Hey guys, hey, we're gonna pack some glasses. It's kind of an odd one because there's 6 glasses here, and so I've got these 2 taller ones. I don't know if you can see them. Then I've got a shorter one than that, and then I've got a shorter one than that. 2 of each. So we're gonna pack them up, and the bad thing about my box choices, I guess, is I got square boxes, and I don't want to put these in a square box. I'm going to try to cut me down one and then, you know, double box it, because these are pretty thin. It's pretty thin glass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a 10 by 10 by 10. We're going to do a little Frankenboxing. Now, I don't know if y'all know what Frankenboxing is, but you create one. You make what you want. But that's what I'm going to do. And the first thing I'm going to do is get my width of my box, and I'm going to set these 2 glasses in there. And I'm doing some eyeballing, so there ain't no mathematical equation to it. And I'm just eyeballing to where this box is going to be about big enough. And then I'm taking them glasses out because I don't want them to get broke. Definitely don't want that, and get them out of my way. And so I've got my line. That's about how long I want, how wide a box I want. I'm just going to cut it all the way down the side, both sides. And I'm going to cut the bottom of it. Probably should have cut the other direction, but we'll be all right. I've got that cut. Now I'm going to slap, if you're going to put downsize a box like that, you want to put the short side over the long side. So if you put the long side over the short side, there's a higher risk of it crushing. But if you put the short side over the long side, the box itself will keep it from crushing from exterior weight. I made that mistake once, so that's how I know. I shipped a crock pot and I spliced it, and it was wrong, and that's the only crock pot I've ever shipped that got broke, but it did. And it's all right to make mistakes. Learn from them, right? Alright, and this is just the inner box, so it ain't gotta be pretty. Alright, so there's what I got. I just narrowed it up a little bit. You know, it's nothing all that big. And then I'm gonna put on the inside, I'm gonna put my tall glasses in the middle. And I'm gonna put my shorter glasses on the outside. And so I'm just gonna cut me I've got some scrap cardboard in here. I want to make sure I got one about tall enough. That's probably about tall enough right there. And you'll see I'm doing a lot of eyeballing. And, you know, and if you feel more comfortable doing it with a tape measure, there ain't nothing wrong with it. And what I'm doing is I'm making me a corrugated, or not a corrugated, but I'm slotting everything. All right. I'm gonna stick my glasses down in there. And then I'm gonna take me a pair of scissors, and I'm gonna mark where I want my slots. And you'll see why I marked that here in just a second. Okay, now I want to go side to side. That'll work. And here I can go right up the middle. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut myself a V here. That way I can put that cardboard together. I'm going to slide it together, and you'll see what I got going on there. I'll get these done here. Get me one for that. I need to get me one for the other side. And I keep this scrap cardboard because I'm always cutting down boxes or doing something. Because I don't have a big selection of boxes to go with. Alright, so I got them. Now we're going to get the one that runs up the middle. Now I'm going to put these things together. See there? I'll be able to slap them glasses right in the middle of them. And they ain't going to get broke. These dudes are pretty fragile. They're thin glass. I don't know why we picked them up. You know. But we did. So now we sold them and we're going to have to deal with it. Okay, so I've got that slotted in there like that. But my box is too tall. So I need to cut it down. And I'm going to use my box resizer. I'll tell you what that box resizer does. And if you look at this here, them teeth right there, and I'll kind of, what it's going to do to that box, right there. And then when you go to fold that, it's going to fold right along that perforation, which I didn't get in there very good, but that's what it's for. And like I say, in here I applied a little bit more pressure. All right, cut them up. Cut the corners, try to fold her down. All right, now we're ready for the glass. I'm gonna put about two squares of butter on the big glasses. And tuck that in there like that. Put that in the center slot. All right. Now I'm going to go with medium-sized glasses. I'm going to go 2 sheets ahead because I'm going to need a little bit more bubble because these glasses are smaller diameter and my slots are pretty close to the same size. Now we're going to go for the little ones. I want to go 2 for it too, just because they're pretty small. And I got a bigger slot to fit them in. All right, that's what I've got. So they're all in there. These shorter ones, I'm gonna have to put a little bit more bubble on top of them, or some filler, or something because I don't want them to rattle anywhere. The tall ones are good. I don't have to do anything to them. But I'm gonna add just about probably a sheet of bubble on top of each one of these, just to sit there. And you could do paper. It don't have to be bubble. Now, cut these down with a fold easier. Like that. I'm going to fold the sides down. Now your wing flaps, I just I just cut them off. Personally, I just go with an angle kind of like that. You know, that's what I do. And other people may have better techniques. Before I started buying my own boxes, I had to cut up a bunch of boxes. So I kind of got my own habit the way I'm cutting them up, making Franken boxes. That's the reason I don't make Franken boxes anymore and source them into dumpsters, which I used to do, because I don't have to do this very often. All right, now I want to get the box fitted. So it's going to take 12 inch. I mean, which I got a 12 by 12 by 8. Wrap that dude up in filler all the way around. Done. Now, I've seen some people pack it, and you know, you may question it, you know, whether people will roll them up, put them in a bubble, and stack them in there. And my deal with that is, I'm scared that there's going to be some weight come down on it, you know, from somebody shipping a bowling ball or something like that in shipping, and it's going to crush one of them glasses, because them glasses, when they're in there, they're just in that paper and they're on top of each other. There ain't nothing really, you know, our bubble, they're on top of each other. There ain't nothing really preventing them from breaking. But with them corrugated, or not corrugated, but slotted like this, you know, this can take a huge impact on the outside, and it's going to be fine. And these glasses here are super, super fragile. It's just like window glass. I mean, it's thin. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you ship glass, you know, hopefully this will help you. And you know, and as you do ship glass, you'll see now by the way I slot these, that's why I like to keep selling them at 4s. The six sets are a little more difficult to pack. Anyway, appreciate you. Y'all have a good one.